What is taking so long to get the LG Stylo 4 at Boost Mobile? I find this very troubling. There's only one or two people out here on YouTube that has the LG Stylo 4 on Boost Mobile. You got tons of videos of it on Cricket and Metro PCS. I did some research here and called Best Buy, and the unlocked variant of the phone, and this is what the lady told me at Best Buy, will work on across all networks. This is what the lady told me at Best Buy. I go to the website and they post the phone for $300. And if you look at the unlocked version, which feels more like the AT&T version, but the chick told me that you can use this across the board, T-Mobile, AT&T, Sprint, Verizon. You can use it. That's what she told me. This is Best Buy. It's the Geek Squad. Okay, they're supposed to know what they're talking about. And they got it in stock right now. It's an unmarked phone. It doesn't have any branding on it. She said it's just a regular Stylo 4. It's unlocked, 32 gigs, 4 gigs of RAM. I'm sorry, 3 gigs of RAM. That would be awesome if it had 4 gigs of RAM. But $300, full HD, Android 8.1, 6.2 inch screen. Now, don't get that twisted. That's 6.2. Now, all phones are going 18:9 ratio. At least 80% of them are these days. And I'm looking at this like, okay, should I be up? Should I? Would I even call this an upgrade coming from the Max XL? Would I even call that? Would I even call it an upgrade? I mean, I don't know, because there's not much difference, hardcore difference enough for me to want to go out and buy this phone, and or even wait on it to hit. You know, Sprint is offering it right now, so that means that eventually it will be on Boost Mobile. But why is Boost Mobile last to get this phone? T-Mobile, AT&T, and now Sprint / Boost Mobile. And I've asked this question. Nobody's ever brought this up, but I thought about it. I've been, doing this for a while. Why is it that they're getting the phone last? And I asked the question to Boost and Sprint, and I said, well, could it be, and I know they weren't going to tell me the truth, but could it be that you guys are in negotiation with T-Mobile, and those are two different networks, okay? And if that really goes through, I remember the government shutting down, I believe Verizon wanted to buy out another company. At the time, I think it was T-Mobile, okay? Before T-Mobile sold its soul and blew up. They wasn't doing that great, and this was back in the early 2000s, and Verizon was going to buy them out, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. The FDA, the FCC, the FDA is Food and Drug Administration, the FCC canceled that, and it went to court, went to the Congress, all that. Boom, no, you can't corner the market like that. So how T-Mobile is getting ready to merge with Sprint, I don't know. If the deal even goes through, if it went through, today is July 28th. So to me, that's a big reason why you might be slowing phones down being released on Sprint and Boost. Or is it a thing with LG? Is that LG's call? Because for me, I don't think the phone is worth me dropping my Max XL and picking up the Stylo 4. I've held both phones, went in the Cricket store, held their phone, held the XL. There's not a whole lot of difference in size and screen size other than it being a 1/4 inch taller. It's not wider. It's just a half hair, it's a cunt hair, okay, taller than my phone. Now, if you get this, if you wait on this phone for this is all you guys who are on Boost, thinking about going to Boost. Okay, they also have an affiliate program. You click the link underneath this video and check that out and get paid. Or get free credit off your phone bill, $25 worth. Now, you look at the specs. This is really not making me want to jump for joy, okay, at all. Okay, 1.5 octa-core. Okay, that means it has 8 processors in it. A MediaTek. Okay, driving that. Now the Stylo is 1.4. All right, it has 2 gigs of RAM. It has 16 gigs of ROM. Okay, but that can be manipulated by a memory card. The thing that I'm not crazy about is the 2 gigs of RAM, because I already know what 2 gigs is looking like right now on the Max XL and a couple other phones I've had with 2 gigs of RAM. Alright? Both have 1080p screens, you know, as I'm looking at it. But the thing that I like to, you know, that I'm looking at this like, okay, 3300 milliamp battery versus the 39 that I have with my XL. You know, the battery life on that thing is great. Mine is 7.1.1, it's Oreo 8.1. I'm not really crazy about whether or not it's a 7 or 8, you know, whatever. I'm looking at just a hardcore processor. I mean, because that's not too far off from what I've already got with the XL, the Max XL. 2 gigs RAM. The only thing that really, that I can say that, and it's not even going to make me jump ship anyway, I'm still going to stay with Boost, but as far as phones go, the 32 gigs versus the 16 on the Max XL, again, you can open that up with a memory card, and then the battery is 3300. I got 3900. My battery's bigger. So there's nothing there that, and then, you know, the thing that bothers me about all of this though, for real, is I'm still not pleased with how long it took Sprint to get this phone. And again, they will tell me on the phone and in person when I go to their stores that has nothing to do, the T-Mobile merger with Sprint has nothing to do with why phones are not being released like they are on other networks, even though they want to say that that's not true. So in my September year, for this year, 2018, I've been on Boost since 2017 September, I'm eligible to do an upgrade, you know, with the Boost Up plan. You can get your phone and put it on a payment along with your bill. It's like T-Mobile and all the rest of the cats do. If I'm going to upgrade, I'm going to upgrade to the king. I'm not going to mess with the prince, so to speak. All phones have followed behind the S series with the infinity display. Of course, Samsung was a pioneer of this, even though you had other phones that had very small screen to body ratios as well out there. But if I'm going to upgrade, I'm going to upgrade to something that's worth it. Okay, many people will call the LG STYLO for a phone that is a knockoff of the infinity screen displays with the 18:9 ratio on the Galaxy models, the 8 and the 9, because you're not spending as much money. But here you go. This is what you guys need to figure out. You can always get this phone pre-owned, which is refurbished through Boost Mobile. If you're on Boost Mobile, you can get that same phone. You ain't got to spend all them hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can simply pick up one that's been pre-owned. All right, it's $350. That's not a bad price. I wouldn't mind paying that. Okay, I can do that. Okay, and you get a whole lot more phone as far as functionality on specs with this phone versus the LG STYLO 4, which is a lookalike of the S series for Samsung. Okay, but no phone will ever look as good, and I've seen a lot of them. The iPhone has a nice display with the notch. I'm not crazy about the notch, not crazy at all. So if you look at this, and let me see if I can shrink these down to size. Let me see if I can get this one without it messing up my video. But anyway, no, we'll open it back up. But you can just look at them from side to side, guys. The knockoff is there. Every phone company, manufacturer is trying to go for that look that the S model put out with the S8 Plus and the S8 9 and the Note 8, and now the Note 9 out right now. I'm not crazy about the specs. I'm not crazy. Even looking at it on other carriers, I'm just not crazy about it. It's not too much of a jump from the XL, which I got right now. If I'm going to make a jump, if I want to upgrade, I'm going to upgrade by 50 miles an hour, 60, 70 miles an hour. I'm not going to upgrade from 60 to 65 miles per hour. That's nothing. I might as well stay in a 60 mile an hour lane. You know, we're going to talk about an upgrade. We talking about going from 6-cylinder to 8-cylinder, 12-cylinder. You know, we're going to upgrade horsepower significantly. Okay, we're going to go from Malibu to Challenger if we're going to do an upgrade. Because that right there, I mean, that's still not going to, I don't think, and a lot of people rave about that phone from Cricket and T-Mobile, but I still think in the back of my mind there is going to be still an unsatisfied quench of a thirst, because you're grabbing a phone that looks like, and in the back of our minds, everybody wants the phone that it looks like, but you can't afford the phone, or you don't want to spend that kind of money on that phone, so you will settle for the B team, knowing in the back of your brain, in the back of your heart, that this ain't really what you want. You're settling for something because of the rush and all the hype over it, so you went out and bought it. But I really believe that it's psychological warfare, my take on it, because the phone looks just like, it just doesn't have the infinity display, and there's a whole lot of other things that it's missing as far as quality goes. But some people can be satisfied with it. You say, hey, I'll just wait. If you're on Boost for the Sprint is already advertising, so that means we'll have it at Boost. But will I get it? Probably not. Now, I'm making this video to help people out understand something about mobile devices, marketing, tactics, sales. This is what they do. And I had to ask myself, why is Boost getting this phone last? Do we really know what's going to happen with this T-Mobile deal if they get bought out by T-Mobile? Will we have to all change our phones to be compatible on the Global Systems Management Network compared to the WCDMA, Code Division Multiple Access Network, which is an older frequency, an older network than GSM? T-Mobile is not even really from the United States. A lot of people don't know that. It started in Europe. That's why they're so big in Canada. Verizon, AT&T are the oldest. And I think AT&T has a larger footprint because AT&T and Verizon come from the old Bell telephone company. So that's why Verizon can offer home internet service through Fios and a whole lot of other things, because they all come from the Bell telecommunications company. So AT&T and Verizon are still the kings, even though T-Mobile puts out all this hype about their coverage and what they can do, blah, 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 blah. But T-Mobile will never be able to be as foundational as AT&T or Verizon. Sprint, Sprint is just the old lonely bastard, I guess. The welfare service. Even though, they're on the WCDMA network, their coverage is not as great. They work great in metro areas. Detroit, Minneapolis, Dallas. But the rural areas, Sprint is lacking in data. I like their talk coverage. I don't have any problem with their talk. Always enjoyed their talk coverage. But their 4G, it's like high speed. It's like 3G plus. It's not really LTE. In certain areas, I can get 30, 40 megs down and 12 up. Certain areas, but it's not that way across the board. So I don't know, guys. We are some of the most, as far as customers go, the unloyal folks out there. If we were in a relationship with cell phone customers, we'd probably be married 10, 20 times already, because we jump from service to service just based on one phone. And this one phone has been the buzz of the summer, and that's the STYLO 4. In my opinion, I don't think it's worth it if you're a Boost Mobile customer currently. I don't think it's worth it. You should just upgrade and get you a pre-owned S8PLUS. Might as well. If you're gonna spend some money, might as well spend it on something that's quality, that's gonna be around. This is just a new flavor of the month. Same way the XL was when it came out. It's like any other phone when it come out. It's a new flavor of the month. But sturdy. People are still comparing the S8 Plus to a lot of other phones out there. And now you can get it at 40% off, 50% off now with Boost Mobile if you get it pre-owned. Don't even waste your time. If they're not putting this phone in Boost Mobile stores already, there's a problem. When I hear rumors that you can buy the phone at Meijer and Walmart now, and it's not even in the Boost Mobile stores. So I have a problem with that. It shows me that LG or Sprint does not really, they don't have no high hopes for this phone. If you can go buy it next to the meat department, then that's a problem. It's not quality when you can go pick a phone up and get you some Cheerios at the same time. So check out the affiliate link in the description and get paid to refer people to Boost Mobile. Get some credit off your phone bill. Deuces.